Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
So what did you do during those hours that night?
Today I am here to review the new film directed by Help director Tate Taylor, The Girl on the Train, of course based around the famous novel that practically shook the world in terms of a great thriller story, starring a cast of fantastic actors and actresses including Emily Blunt, Haley Bennett, Rebecca Ferguson, and a whole bunch of people who I did not anticipate to actually show up in this movie. This was basically as many TV stars as you could possibly imagine from all over the spectrum actually showing up in this movie. So of course, if you haven't read the book, which is someone like myself, it is the story of a woman who unfortunately had a very horrible experience in her past, and now she is unfortunately under the influence of alcoholism, constantly riding the Metro-North Railroad, and she is always looking out the window at this couple that she deems to be the perfect couple, and one day she sees something that she didn't want to see, or something that she wasn't supposed to see, and then all of a sudden the woman in this perfect couple that she constantly looked at has gone missing, and there might actually be a little bit more to this mystery as she tries to piece together everything that she remembered or things that other people may have remembered in order to see exactly what truly happened that night when she saw this all happen from the train. So a lot of people were anticipating this movie to be the next Gone Girl, and the same thing could be said about myself because I loved Gone Girl so much, and this story looked very similar, and a lot of people didn't really enjoy the movie. I didn't think that it was anything close to Gone Girl, but I actually enjoyed it a lot more than most people did. It revolves around these three women, Rachel, Megan, and Anne, who are all connected by something. It's a story told by all three of their perspectives. And of course it really focuses on Rachel, who's played by Emily Blunt, because she is the actual main person in this story. And it was very interesting to see how each of these stories actually overlapped, and as the story unraveled, how they actually were connected. First of all, I thought that Emily Blunt's performance was absolutely fantastic. The fact that she had to play this girl who was constantly inebriated, the way that she portrayed it, you really actually thought that she was drunk during a huge portion of this film. She really captured the emotions, the eye coordination, the hobbling. She really did a fantastic job, and if anything, even though I thought the movie wasn't the greatest film that I ever saw, I would really like to see her actually win an Academy Award for her performance, because I really thought that her performance was fantastic, if not just a nomination. The weakness of the film happens to be the acting in general, because Haley Bennett and Rebecca Ferguson, as well as all of these other people, I mean, think about this cast of characters. You had Luke Evans from Game of Thrones, you had Lisa Kudrow from Friends, you had Laura Prepon from That 70s Show and Orange is the New Black, and of course you had one of my favorite actresses in Hollywood today, Allison Janney, who has done so many films, and now she is in one of my favorite comedies, Mom. Each and every one of them in this film had a very good character to portray, but they didn't really give the acting chops in their performances as much as Emily Blunt did, and I feel that that was really what took away from this movie itself. The story was very engaging, and as the story goes on, it just really pieces itself together very, very slowly because it's trying to create an atmosphere, and the atmosphere is there. It may not be as strong as most films that are based on atmosphere that I have seen, but it definitely did that part very well, but most people may not find that actually engaging. As a matter of fact, a lot of people have said that it got kind of boring, and because of the fact that that happened, you kind of lost interest in all of these characters, and then when the major piece of the story starts to go and the movie starts to speed up as it reaches its end, you sort of got lost already, and you really didn't seem to enjoy the truly great part of this story coming together. And another big driving point of this story is the score by Danny Elfman. It was probably the most un-Danny Elfman score I have ever heard. It was haunting, it was beautiful, it was soothing, but at the same time, you never would have guessed that it was Danny Elfman until the credits rolled. So I think that Girl on the Train is definitely a movie worth seeing, maybe not necessarily in theaters, but I would definitely suggest to see it if you got a chance to, and also especially especially if you're a fan of the book, you may want to enjoy it, because for myself, I didn't read the book because movies like this, I feel, are much more engaging from a visual perspective, and I definitely feel that if I read the book, I probably would not have enjoyed it as much as the film. But again, the film is not perfect. It's not a movie that I would want to see constantly. Definitely see it again every now and then if I actually saw it on HBO or something like that, but I wouldn't plan on adding this to my collection either. It still is a good watch and a very engaging story, and I'm going to give Girl on the Train 2.5 out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave your comments in the box below, and let's have a discussion on The Girl on the Train, and I will see you in the next one. Actions speak louder than words.